My name is Maria Elena Marroquin, but my friends call me Mary. And I'm a full-time Catholic missionary, and I love my job. I'm living in Kansas and working in Missouri, but the story doesn't start here. The story starts in the great Garden State. A normal Jersey girl, I love adventure, great books, the ocean, good music, good company, but most of all, I love the Lord, His church, and our Blessed Mother. And that is where my story begins. My family was somewhat Catholic. We were baptized, we understood the sacraments, but unfortunately we didn't always go to Sunday Mass or holy days of obligation. But I knew that there was more to life. I knew that I wanted something more, that I wanted to serve the Lord and not only be part of His church, but be in love with His church. So, I knew that I wanted more than the fighting and the arguing that happened through my parents, who eventually divorced when I was 6. Cool, people said, you get to have 2 Christmases. But unfortunately, that wasn't true. I had one Christmas. One broken Christmas by 2 broken individuals who are raising 2 beautiful daughters who, by consequence of their brokenness, also became broken. But the reality was that I grew up with a lot of pain and a lot of hurt caused by my family. Not intentionally, of course, but unfortunately, that's the story of many people in our generation. I grew up, went to school, did what I had to do, good grades, went to college. I decided to go to a Catholic university, where I met beautiful people that encouraged me to be a virtuous woman. It wasn't easy because I found this newfound freedom, and I was able to go to bed whenever I wanted to, go to class if I wanted to. So here at college, I met women who invited me to a Catholic Bible study where my relationship with Christ grew. And I was able to see the church and Christ in a new way. Unfortunately, I started making not so wise decisions and living this double life. One Mary wanted to be virtuous, and the other Mary wanted to fit in. And my friend, in her goodness and wisdom, revealed to her by the Lord, she said, "Mary, you can't do this anymore. You need to stop." She told me that I needed to choose virtuous Mary or want to fit in Mary. Because it was bad for me to conceal my true identity, she called me to be the greatest version of myself. So that's where I had a radical encounter with the Lord. And I desired to proclaim His gospel. I desired to be united with Him and His church. You see, God gave me the opportunity to serve Him in places like the inner cities of Philadelphia, India, Rwanda, Brazil, France, El Salvador. But in the end, it was all the same. The families were broken by sin and humanness. We no longer know what it is to love. And Christ wants to show us that. Christ doesn't want to see our families separated by sin and human error. He wants to lift us higher. He wants to come and fix our brokenness. But there's no one who's willing to take the task. As I embarked to Rwanda, I was scared because I hadn't told my parents that I wasn't accepted into grad school. I was scared because I didn't have a full-time job. I was just nannying at the time. And my school bills would be coming in 6 months. So, in Rwanda, God was telling me, "Hey Mary, listen, I want you to heal my families." And now, I'm in a place where I can help. I'm working in this small parish where I'm sharing my life and living my life, sharing sorrows and happiness with beautiful people and sharing the gospel and the love of the gospel, the love that He has for you and for me. It's kind of scary being away from home and being a missionary. However, I believe that the Lord's going to provide for me, and He's going to provide the means for evangelization and prosperity for this apostolate. An overarching theme throughout my last couple of years in college was Jeremiah 29:11, where the Lord tells us that He knows the plans that He has for us. He wants us to prosper. He doesn't want us to harm us. And just clinging on to that and realizing that that's what the Lord wants for each and every one of His families, and ultimately the church. So yeah, I'm a full-time Catholic missionary with Project Illuminate, and I love my job because every day I get to share the gospel, and every day I get to trust the Lord more and more, and I get to be united for the salvation of souls and ultimately for the promise of heaven. Winston Churchill once said, "Courage is what it takes to stand up and speak. Courage is also what it takes to sit down and listen." So here, I'm living in Kansas, and I'm working in Missouri in this small parish called St. Mary's. And I'm living life with the parishioners. I'm sharing happiness, sadness, but most of all, I'm sharing the love of Christ. The love that He has for me, for you, and for all of humanity that has ever existed. Simply because we're His creation. So yeah, there's a desire for me to heal families, but that's only because the Lord provides that desire for me. And it's scary, but it's also filled with joy. Hey gang, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this little video of the story of Mary, myself. Click on the link below to be connected to our website so you can learn more about the project and our whereabouts. God bless you and have a great day. Bye!